Hey everyone, I'm back in Amboise. My first few days were a bit crazy, but things are going well now. Stay tuned for a look at my first week here alone.
Salut!
We're Beth,
And Patrick.
and we're moving to France. We're transforming an old townhouse into our home and an artsy event space.
So come on along.
This time I decided to avoid going through Paris. That airport is just too busy and pretty inefficient, which is a very frustrating combo. A viewer commented that they often flew into and out of Nantes, so I looked into that. Lucky for us, we have a direct flight to Amsterdam from Austin on KLM. Once in Amsterdam, we can connect to Nantes on one of KLM's City Hopper flights. And then take a train into Amboise, which takes about 2 hours. This route requires fewer train connections, no metro stations, and a lot less stress.
Amboise. Pour votre sécurité lors de votre descente, prenez garde à l'intervalle entre le marchepied et le quai.
I arrived in Amboise at 8:20 p.m. and saw the sun setting over this beautiful town on my walk. It was a really nice welcome. The locks on my door weren't quite as hospitable, but eventually let me in. Here she is. Pretty much how we left her. It's dark, so it looks pretty dingy, but I've only put on a couple lights. Pile of mail there, not too bad. First, I needed to go into the scary basement to turn on the water. I had Patrick on standby on the phone, talking me through what to do. I don't know why the camera is so out of focus here, but it's a perfect visual for how my sleep-deprived brain felt at that moment. Ooh, nice warm sweater. I spilled sauce on it from my takeout sushi dinner last night, so I rinsed it and left it on the radiator. Bonus, it's nice and warm. I took my first peek at the garden in daylight and was delighted with all the pops of color. We hadn't been here since March, remember? So we haven't seen the garden in full bloom like this. I had to go outside to get a better look. There's so much going on out here. We have some more videos about the garden in the works. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss those. I went to my new favorite coffee shop, Chantilly, or Chantilly as we'd say in English, for breakfast. It's a really cute place with great coffee and pastries and light fare for lunch as well. I've been going there a lot. I then hit the farmer's market just in time for a downpour, but it didn't matter. Everyone was still in a cheerful mood and the sun quickly came back out again. I got some of this delicious rooibos tea and some chamomile as well. There are so many wonderful vendors, even a plant stall.
The market area is just up from the riverbank. Here's a panoramic shot of the town from the walkway. And here's what I nabbed at the market that morning. If you recall, I don't have a stove yet, so I got cold things like a pre-made couscous salad and veggies that I can eat raw. My aim was a little off here, sorry things aren't quite in the shot. I also went to the corner store and got a few other things. And this is what I put together for my lunch. So this is the floor sample for the bathroom, which had a lot of mixed emotions in the comments. Some people really don't like it. Some people don't understand why we're not keeping the wood floor. But it's a guest bathroom, and we don't want to have to worry about maintaining the original wood floor. We'd rather have something like this on top of it to protect it. It's waterproof. The colors are not quite as vibrant as I had hoped. This is more of a peach than an actual pink, but I still like it. I think it's really pretty. Am I actually getting that on camera? I probably had it too high. I'm bad at figuring out where the lens is. Yeah, so cool. Also had a couple of packages at the California, the little grocery store, the one that's like a little corner grocery, like a bodega. It's also a package relay station. These are cool. I like that they're cardboard. In the US, we get way too many packages of plastic. So this is smartphone neck holder and oh, these are some glasses. I had to get some more reading glasses to leave here. And the whole upstairs downstairs thing. Oh my god. So you gotta have some upstairs, some downstairs. Nothing's ever where you want it. And then yeah, this is so I can walk around like a big nerd with my camera on for videos for y'all. And it'll be easier to deal with. And this should be a tripod and selfie stick for the same reason. Yep. And I'm really embarrassed to have a selfie stick. So I hope y'all appreciate it. I also walked to this charming kitchen shop. That's your kettle, so I can make anything with boiled water, tea, obviously, but also I like oatmeal and other things like, I don't know, noodle soups or something. Anything that requires boiled water, because, yeah, it's the only sort of cooking method I have at the moment. But I also got this, so that, sorry, I'm doing a crappy job here, so that I can make crepes. I'm gonna teach myself how to do that. Also, super fun is The woman at the store asked if I wanted the black one or the pink one, so I mean, you don't know what I said. Obviously, I wanted the pink one. Yes. So, stay tuned for me learning how to make crepe. Learning how to make crepes. You know what I'm talking about. Here's a little reality check. I just realized I can't make crepes. I don't have a stove that works. I don't have a burner. I don't have a heat source to put that on. I originally meant to get like an electric one, like a griddle, but then I got so excited when I was at the kitchen store this morning and I saw them. I was like, oh, that's for making crepes. That's what I want. And didn't think it through. So I won't be using that anytime soon. After a much needed nap and then 2 cups of coffee, I got ready to go to the Loire Connection monthly meetup. It's a group of English-speaking expats plus French people that want to speak English. And this was my second time going to one of their events. We also went to one when we were here back in March. The early evening walk was lovely, right along the ramparts of the chateau. The owner of Maison was our gracious host. It's a beautiful bed and breakfast that you should look up if you're planning a trip to Amboise. This is the only photo I took because I was too busy making new friends.
Is this being myself?
That's Sean being himself. I'm just panning the room. Oh, we're panning. This is me telling a ghost we may have to please stop playing tricks on me. So, for a little perspective, I'm not used to being in a really big, really old house full of strange noises like this, especially not alone. I got it translated into French, so I'm going to tell them in French to please stop. I was a little spooked already, so then the electricity thing really freaked me out. It didn't seem to make any sense. No matter what was on or off, it still kept tripping the main breaker. So it felt a bit paranormal. Yes, I have an overactive imagination. That's what makes me a really creative person. But it also makes me afraid of the dark. The next morning, still not able to get the electricity to stay on, I had to get out of the house for a while. I went to my other favorite place, Bigot, for an omelet and a hot chocolate. A delicious distraction. Later, one of my new expat friends came over and tried to help me figure out the electrical issue. We went all over the house looking to see if there was anything obvious, like a leak that had allowed water in, or bad wiring or something. We spied this shoddy-looking wire, which was peeling away, in the entrance hall and thought it was the culprit. But alas, the power was still unstable. Every few minutes, the breaker would flip off. It was a pretty chilly night and the house was getting kind of cold, so I got a hotel room. Then I took another lovely evening walk, heard some local live music, and had a great pizza with chili oil, a really nice finishing touch. On the way back to the hotel, I admired the cool details I saw in the buildings. So many cool details everywhere you look. One night I had the weirdest but best appetizer involving strawberries and, of all things, green peas. Who knew that that would be a delicious combo? Well, the French did. I ended up staying in the hotel for 3 nights. I got a technician out to the house on the 3rd day after a whole lot of rigmarole on the phone with our service plan that didn't quite live up to its promise. But he couldn't find anything wrong, shrugging and saying, "It's very old and complicated wiring. Très bizarre." It didn't seem like troubleshooting was part of that service plan either. So he left and I went back to the hotel for the night.
following morning, Patrick had left instructions for me to carry out the test one fuse at a time routine to try to isolate the bad one. I did that, and none of the fuses seemed to be the bad one. On. Now we wait and see if it trips again. While we're waiting, gonna have a little coffee break. A little store-bought coffee, but it's good. In a pinch. Can you see how ripply, melty, wibbly wobbly that old glass is? I love that. So cool. Very old window. So it's not the sonnette, which is a new word I just learned, doorbell. And that's good, because I love this crazy old doorbell. While I'm waiting, I just thought I'd take a moment to say I had kind of a change of heart about the house. Like, it was really making me feel kind of defeated, like she was pushing me out, you know, like she didn't want me here. And I'm kind of superstitious and weird about that kind of stuff anyway. Like, I always greet the house when I come in. I say, bonjour ma belle maison, hello my beautiful house. And I want the house to feel loved and that we're trying to care for it. And so I had a change of mindset where, like, I realized maybe the house isn't pushing me away, it's crying out for help. Like the electricity thing, the reason it is going haywire is because it's asking us to fix it. It's asking us to redo it. You know, the whole wiring is all old and weird and très bizarre, like the electrician said yesterday. And the house is asking us for help. And so looking at it that way makes me feel a lot better and a lot more comfortable in here. So maybe I'm crazy, but whatever, it helps. Nice and sunny today. I mean, it's gonna be a bit overcast, but not a downpour like yesterday when I was walking to the hotel. Nice and sunny, and it makes these windows so sparkly and pretty, the stained glass. I love the colors. There's like a pink and a yellow, and then of course the red borders. And that's a set of doors, and then there's a matching window on the other side of the fireplace. Oh, hey, that's me. Okay, we're down to the last fuse. So I hope it's this one. I hope it trips the breaker so that we'll know what's going on. Okay. It's the last one. Gonna flip it and we'll see if it pops.
bet it does.
The electricity ended up staying on after that. So I guess the problem was a loose fuse, maybe? And after taking them all out and then putting them back in, I had fixed the issue. In any case, it is a very old and complicated system, and it isn't up to code at all. We're going to have it all redone. Fingers crossed that it just keeps working a little bit longer. So the last several days have been nice, just getting to know my way around better and starting to feel more at home, doing little tasks like going to the laundromat and putting my clothes away in the closet. It's a holiday week in France, so there have been tons of tourists in town. It's a taste of what this summer will be like, I'm guessing. A tiger and lots of color. I mean, you can't be in France without a scarf. It's just not done. This pork belly dish was good, but this dessert was amazing. It was a piece of brioche with pears and vanilla bean ice cream. Nothing complicated, but just perfectly done. C'était parfait. I've just rented an e-bike, so stay tuned for my adventures cruising around town. À la prochaine!
Thanks for watching, y'all. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss our next video.